Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be making this stylish smoked top that has pleats and has these ropes by the sleeve part. You can as well do it without the ropes and without the pleats if you want. It's based on your choice. So I use my pieces to join this together. I feel like 1 to 1.5 yard would be okay. Depends on which one you want to make. Let's just say 1 to 1.5 yards. Depends on your body size. Also, this is how mine is. You can see the back is also smoked and pleated. For the pleats, you can even go for kissing pleats if you have enough fabric. Hi guys, my name is Fatima A. So on this platform I share sewing tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe, and if this is something you like to learn, let's just get straight into it. Like I told you guys earlier, I have pieces of fabrics. So this was like a trouser I tried making some years back. I didn't finish it because the crotch was like tight. I can actually do it now, but the hip is a little bit tight for me, so I decided to do something else with it. And this is one part of the trouser, one leg of it. So this is the length we have, as you can see, 45. That's the length, or we call it the wideness in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'll be using that to cut the smoked part. That's the first layer. Before the pleating part, and I'll use some of the pieces that I also have. I'll use them for the pleating part. But just know that I use pieces. Like I said, you can get 1 to 1.5 yards or 1 to 2 yards. Depends on your body size. Just follow my... When I'm done, you see what I made use of, so you know how much fabric you'll be needing. So first thing, I went ahead to just trim off the excesses because you want to get equal sides for your fabric, right? Then now what I want to measure is how long I want my first layer to be and how wide it's meant to be. So this is what I have here, right? This was what I measured. So this part was not going to work for me. Measuring it like this won't work, but it's going to work for my how wide. So for how long I'll be doing this, I'm going to take my measurement from 8 inches because it's a tube top, so you can go 7, you can go 8, 9 if you want. Then my underbust, sorry, my waist half length is 16, then I added 2, that gave me 18. So basically what I'll be needing for my fabric is what, 10 inches, no, 8, 18, so it's 10 inches. That will be the length of my 2 pieces for back and front. And then the wideness will be your hip divided by 4 plus 5 inches. That's if it's folded, so that's what you'll be needing. So now what I'm doing here is to get for the 2 pieces for the back face, for the back and front. So I'll be needing 10 inches, right? So I was thinking of going with 18 and then adding 2 or 3, but I will stick to that, my 16 inches. So I'll use my waist. Why did I keep saying underbust? So I'll use my half length, which is 16 inches. Then I added 2 inches. You can add 3 inches if you want. I added 2 inches, right? And it gave me what? It gave me 18. So yeah, I'm just going to cut 19 to be on the safer side, you know. Later on, I'll still decrease it. So I'll cut it like this because it's folded again, so that means we have 2 pieces. I will now slit it in between, so I can have for my back and my front, you understand? So you do your calculation so you know how long and how wide of fabric you would be needing. But like I said, get 1 to 1.5 yard. That's if you want to work with pleats and ropes. But if they want to work with pleats, I even feel like half yard might be okay. Some people might even use, I don't know if you can use quarter yard, but I feel like half yard, 18 inches, half yard would be okay. So now I will just go ahead and trim everywhere that I'm supposed to trim. You understand? So that's what I'm going to do here. And after doing that, so we have 2 pieces. We have for back and we have for front. So this is one of it here. Now I said I took from 8 to 16, then I'll add 3. I decided to add 3 instead of 2. So I'll just be trimming off the excesses so I can get 3. So my waist half length, or your waist, is 16. Mine is 16 inches, sorry. I added 3, that gave me what, 19. So in this case I'll be using 19 inches, and if I minus 8 from 19 is actually 11, so I'll be needing 11. That's the length of the fabric I will be needing. So we have it here, right? Then for the wideness of this, remember this is folded and we have your back and front. What you'd be needing is your waist, your hip measurement divided by 4. You see, this is 2, right? We have back and front. So how wide do you want it? Your hip divided by 4. You get me? Then add 5 inches to it. That should be the wideness you'll be having. Hip divided by 4, then add 5 inches to it. So now one of it now is hip divided by 2 plus 10 inches. If you calculate it, one of this, because it was folded, so we have 4 pieces. So when you open it, you have your hip divided by 2 plus 10 inches. You get? What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. You can use 0.25, depends on your choice. You can use 1 inch, depends on your choice. You can use 2 inches, depends on how you want the smoking to come out. You understand? But I marked 0.5 inch for mine. That's what I use. So you can mark 0.5 inch in the middle by the 2 ends, and then if you have a longer ruler, just extend it. But I didn't have a ruler, so that's why mine will take a little bit of time. I had to use my tape and my small ruler. So that's what you're going to do. Just measure the measurement you want. Is it 0.5 you want? Is 0.25 you want? Is it 1 inch you want? On the right face. Actually, I did this one on the wrong face, but I would have done it on the right face. But this was my first smoking, so that was why I made that mistake. But in case you want yours to be on the wrong face, no problem. Just that I didn't like the fact that the elastic thread was showing at the right face instead of it to be showing at the wrong face. So if you want it to show at the wrong face, draw all these your lines on your right face of your fabric. Now, before smoking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hem the upper part of this in case you want yours without the pleating. So you are hemming the upper part and the down part before you get to your smoking. You understand? For me, I'm only doing one, so it's only the upper part I'm going to fold in and hem. Isn't that my 0.5 that I marked in between? Now, for you, when you want to reel your elastic thread, you don't reel it the way you reel your normal thread. It's not meant to be tight. It's meant to be very free and not meant to be too much on your bobbin. So that's what I'm doing here. You can see I'm careful. It was losing at some point, but I just had to restart. I didn't want it to be too tight. So that's what you do. You just reel carefully, slowly. It's not meant to be tight at all. Even it's not meant to be full. Don't feel like, no, I don't want to eat to finish, then I'm going to reel again. My sister, reel again so that I can come out nice. So that's what I'm doing. Just don't make it fast. I just have to fast the video here, but I'm doing it slowly. I'm not doing it fast. You understand? So in your bobbin, your elastic thread will be there, right? But you would have another bobbin where you have your normal thread reeled again for hemming of the upper part and the down part, and for doing your pleating, stitching your ropes. You understand? But for this one, it's just for the smoking part. So I'm done here, as you can see. Next thing is to put it inside my bobbin case. And when I put it inside my bobbin case, I'm not just going to leave it like that. What you need to do is you need to create ease. You know, it's wider than the normal thread. The normal thread is thinner, so you need to create ease for this to also come out slowly, to come out smoothly the way your thread would come out. Because if you see like this, it's going to be tight, so it's not going to even, I don't think it's going to even stitch. So I'll just use my nails. I had long nails here, so I'll just use it to loosen that knot here, to ease it so it can come out freely. Even when you do it, you would feel it that it's coming out freely, like when your thread, when you put your thread and then it comes out freely without stress. So that's what you need to do. And then you are not using only elastic thread, you're also using your normal thread. So in your bobbin will have your elastic thread, while you have your normal thread at the upper part, at your needle part, right? That's for the smoking. But for the hemming, for the pleating, for the thread, you are using normal thread in the bobbin, normal thread in the needle. As you can see, I have thread up, thread down, normal sewing thread, right? So I would use that to just hem the upper part, any part I want to use as my upper part, still maintain that my 0.5 that I marked. I'll just fold in 0.25, 0.25, and I will hem it. You see me doing that? So I'll do that at one part for both pieces. Like I said, if you're not doing yours with pleats, you can do it for up and down. And then if you're not doing yours with pleats, you might make your smoking to stop maybe about 2 inches or 3 inches before the stopping line, so that you can form a little bit of some ruffles or some pleats at the down part. Then now to smoke, you can see at the down part I have my my elastic thread. At the upper part in the needle, I have my my normal thread. This works for both industrial and manual. Someone was asking me, how do we use manual to smoke? It's the same way. There's no any difference. It's same machine, just that one is heavy duty, is electric, is faster. So that's just it. So you put your elastic thread at the down part and your normal thread in your needle, and then you just stitch on those lines that you created. Like I said, this was my first smoking before I did the other two that I've done, that I've posted before this. It was there I noticed that my elastic thread was showing at the right face and my normal thread was showing at the wrong face, but I couldn't go back to start remarking, so I decided to just stick to it like that. Should in case you like it, should in case you feel like the thread is going to spoil your fabric, but trust me, the chalk won't spoil your fabric. I'll prefer you do it on the right face. Your marking should be on the right face, so that your elastic thread will be at the wrong face of your fabric and your normal thread will be at the right face of your fabric, but it's based on your choice. So I was done smoking back and front. Isn't this lovely? So one thing smoking does is that it shrinks the fabric. That's why you had to add additional 5 inches to your hip measurement, and I had to add 3 inches to my waist measurement. Now when I marked, I measured, right? So this is what I have: 10. I remember it was supposed to just give me, I think it was supposed to be 11, because it's tube top, so I'm supposed to start my measurement from 8, not take it like that. So when I start from 8, okay, yeah, so this is from 8, so it gave me 18. So it didn't really shrink much upward, but it shrinked more by the horizontally. It shrinked more because this is what we have 12 inches. My hip divided by 2 is 22 inches. We added 10, that's what, 20, that's 32, and see what we have at the end. So it shrinks more by the width, not the length, right? So you do your calculation, please. So now what I'll just do is join them right face facing right face, and I'll just stitch the sides using 0.5 inch. And when I'm done doing that, I'll be taking pieces that I have. I'll be needing my waist measurement by 2. So I have 30 inches, right? I'll be needing by 3, sorry, but I didn't really have enough, but later on I increased it. So I have 30 inches as my what's it called, my waist. So I'll be needing 3 of it for the wideness. That's 90. Then this is the length I'll be adding. I already hemmed the down part, as you can see. I'll join them by 1 part here. So I added 3 of this, but I only filmed 2. When I was done pleating, I didn't like it, so I had to lose and increase the wideness because I wanted the pleat to be much. And you can also do a kissing pleat to be better. So what you need to do is just take your remaining fabric with your desired length and just pleat at the down part. That's the one you do not hem. You just pleat. You can create your normal pleats, your normal pleating, your kissing pleats, anyone. So I was done here. Afterwards, I had to lose this part. I increased the fabric to get 3 pieces, to get my waist 3 times, and then I repleated. So I already created these straps, this rope. You can use any measurements you want, but I used 30 for the length of each, so I have 4 ropes. You can as well just do 2, so you can tie at the back. And this rope, you can start it in any way. So by the side, I'll measure 2 inches, and I'll stitch my ropes to it. So this was the final result, guys. You can see. So you can make only 2 ropes in front, by the left, by the right, so you can tie it at the back of your neck. It's your choice. You can do it without the rope, like I said. You can make yours without the pleating also. People do that. I see it everywhere. So this was the final result, and it looks so nice. And I also style it in different ways. You guys know me doing that. And even this can actually, I'm a size 12, and I think this can actually fit someone of size 14. It's just be a little bit tight, but it's gonna fit. But just do your calculation, follow my methods, so you can know how much to fold, how much fabric you'll be needing. Isn't this lovely? If this video has been helpful in one way or the other, like I always say, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and thank you to all my new subscribers and old subscribers. See you guys now.